Do you want to take your martial arts to the next level? If so, stay tuned in today's video. We're going to go over 10 tips on how you can be a better martial arts student. Master Jonathan Fields here of Cobourg Tae Kwon Do, and like I said earlier, in today's video, we're going to go over 10 tips on how you can be a better martial arts student, so let's not waste any time and get right to it. Number 1, show respect to everyone, whether that's your instructor, your master, your fellow students, the parents that are in the dojo, whatever it is. The more respect that you show everybody in martial arts, the more respect they're going to show for you, and they're going to be more willing to help you grow and learn. So make sure you show lots of respect. Tip number 2, make sure you come to all your classes well prepared, meaning you have your doba, your sergeant gear, your weapons, and even just mentally being prepared for what's supposed to happen. The more you are prepared for the class that you're going to, the better experience you're going to have, and that's going to make you a better student. Tip number 3, pay attention to all the instructions. Too many times people will kind of half listen to what the instructors are saying. Make sure you are fully engaged in listening to the instructions, because it just makes the class feel a lot better and you'll have a better understanding of what's going on. Tip number 4, stay focused on the task at hand. So whatever drill, pattern, self-defense techniques, farm drills, etc. that you're doing, stay focused on exactly what you're supposed to be working on, and you'll be more engaged in that. When you are more engaged, more information is going to come to you, and you're going to learn at a much deeper level. Tip number 5, don't be afraid to ask for clarification. If you don't understand the instructions, or you don't have a full understanding of the techniques or concepts or strategy that you're working on, by all means, ask the instructor, whether that's in front of the rest of the class or whether that's privately. But make sure you get the clarification that you need so that you're going to get the most out of training. Tip number 6, don't be afraid to ask questions about the technique that you're working on. So whether it's a technical question like how do you do a certain chamber for a certain block, what's the concept or strategy behind the technique, why do we do it, how can I improve upon it, don't be afraid to ask your instructor questions. They are there to help you learn the martial art the best they can. Tip number 7, be willing to make mistakes. You actually learn a lot by making mistakes. And then learning from those mistakes and hopefully not repeating them, but sometimes you will. Don't shy away from something because you're worried that you're not going to do well or you're going to make a mistake. You're better off making mistakes, especially early on in your martial arts career. And actually, as a 6th-degree black belt master Taekwondo instructor, I still make mistakes. And when I shoot private video for my students, when I make a small mistake, I will acknowledge that mistake and I will continue on. I don't try to edit anything out because I want the students to realize even instructors and masters still make mistakes because we're always learning as well. Tip number 8, always be willing to try your best. Every time you come to a class or training session or a competition, bring your best on that day. Try your best. If you're always striving to be a little bit better, you will improve a little bit each time. But if you're always just kind of trying to stay level or do less than your best, your skill level will actually decrease over time. So always try your best. Tip number 9, show up for your class or your training session on time. Don't be that student that's always coming late and instructor and things. Come on time, and actually better yet, be early. Just being on time, being early, reduces your stress level, and then when you reduce your stress level, you are going to enjoy your class and get so much more out of it. Tip number 10, find the joy out of every class, or even everything that you're doing. Whether you're doing hard conditioning, whether you work on your pattern, whether you work on your sparring, whether you're working with a partner, whatever it is that you're working on, find something that you can actually enjoy about what you're doing. If you can find the joy in every little element of your training, you are going to get so much more out of martial arts, and you're actually going to stay in martial arts a lot longer, which means you're going to get so much more out of martial arts, just not from a self-defense standpoint, but from your own personal life standpoint. So those were 10 things that you can do right now to make yourself a better martial arts student. Now, next week we're going to come with part 2 for another 10 things that you can do to make yourself a much better student. But in the meantime, if you look on the video to the right of this video, you'll see another video. I want you to go check out that video, check out the link, and I also want you to click the subscribe button and leave a comment below. We're always interested in hearing your comment and thought, and we will reply anywhere.